Welcome to our Newscast. I'm Dana and I will be reporting you today's news. Next, my partner will talk about the interesting news of sport fans.
Hello, good morning everyone. Today in your favorite news, in the sports section, we have a brief summary of how the most recent Soccer World Cup was carried out. First, the group phase occurred where we could observe that the ones that stood out the most were France and England. After this, we were able to get a surprise in the semi-final, and that is that England lost Croatia 2-1. But the most interesting surprise that nobody expected is that Mexico beat Germany in the first match, leaving Germany out. The World Cup instantly we expect defeat, but we were very surprised to see that it's not like that. Going to the final, we could see the overwhelming victory of France, and one of the youngest players who had been standing out is Mbappe. In addition to that, we could see that if he made an effort and went very far, but he's not at the level of France. We could observe, and it's very important, that what we had never seen such a weak Germany in a long time. It is believed that is why Mexico was able to stay with the victory against Germany. And now we pass with our partner Natalia Rios, who will share information about Mexico's participation in the Olympics.
Hi, good morning. Today I'm going to talk about Mexico's participation in the 2021 Olympic Games. It is known that Mexico is a beautiful country, so let's go back a little bit to the past July 24th, when the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games was taking place. This beautiful ceremony had been performed, and only 4 days later the mixed archery competition was taking place. And we were surprised to find out that Alejandra Valencia and Luis Alvarez won the first bronze medal for Mexico. This generated a growing emotion in many Mexicans, since days later, on July 27, Alejandro Orozco and Gabriela Gundes of the synchronized diving discipline from the 10 meters platform won bronze medals. Many anticipated this triumph, as the Mexican pair have made clear the great talent they possess and the wish to be a source of pride to their country. On August 1st, Aremi Fuentes left us really surprised with her participation in the weightlifting discipline, winning the bronze medal. And last but not least, on August 6th, the Mexican soccer team played against Japan in a game that will decide who will win the bronze medal. The tricolor team won the bronze medal after winning 2-0. At the beginning, the prediction was that Mexico will take 10 medals. However, it is a great pride to see how all these Mexicans put the name of a beautiful country like Mexico on high. Finally, after the Olympic Games had finished, Mexico finished in the 84th place in the medal count with a total of 4 bronze medals. Thank you. We are back with you, Dana.
Thank you very much for sharing this essential information. Impressive the capacity of the athletes. Now, my partner Sofia Katzin will share you about the new spacecraft.
Good day. Today we will be reviewing the events of SpaceX Dragon, which was the first private spacecraft reaching a space station. We begin in the year 2007, with the Dragon spacecraft being approved by NASA and passing its critical design review. That project had happened to be one of the most innovative had ever seen. Afterwards, in 2008, the spacecraft was selected for a cargo resupply to the ISS. A few years later, in 2012, the Dragon spacecraft reached the International Space Station, being the first private spacecraft to arrive there. The same year, the spacecraft had achieved its first official subscriber. NASA funded SpaceX approximately with $2.6 billion for the final phases of the Commercial Crew program, which was searching for a way to fly astronauts on an American spacecraft. Finally, in 2019, the spacecraft docked with the ISS. It was unscrewed but carried a sensor-laden dummy astronaut named Reply that was looking to record a slew of information on what future life the astronauts will be experiencing in Dragon capsule. The same year, it returned to Earth and completed its first test mission to the International Space Station. In the year 2020, SpaceX launched 2 NASA astronauts to the ISS aboard the Crew Dragon spacecraft. The members were Doug Harley and Bob Behnken, making SpaceX the first spaceflight company to send a crew spacecraft to space. The capsule landed back on the air on November 9th in the Gulf of Mexico. After a medical checkup, Kimbrough, MacArthur, and Hawsheye flew back to Houston, while Pesquet was transported back to Hero. The flight marked the second long-duration mission to SpaceX has launched on behalf of NASA. I give my turn to my partner Constanza, who will tell us about a horrible event.
I'm Constanza, and welcome to another shot of recent news. Today, we will talk about the recent tragedy that happened in Travis Scott concert in Texas. This concert went so well, but while the artist was singing, the crowd started to gather because something happened with one of the assistants that was out. He had noticed that after a few minutes, people were fighting and yelling to each other because the man couldn't wake up. Then, the artist stopped the show to see what was happening with the people. A person tried to get on in order to attract the attention of the camera operators. While the rapper was standing on a platform, he asked for security help and that no one touched the person. When security and medical attention arrived, the artist continued with his concert. The concerts of these artists are very famous since on the other occasions the artist encouraged people that had jumped on the safety bars and get on stage, which was repeated in 2017. There were too many police and guards who were watching over safety. As people crowded together, some people fell to the ground and began to pass out, causing fear to increase. There was negligence and recklessness of agents and employees. Many people tried to ask security agents for help, but they never listened. Other people claimed that Scott stopped singing when he saw desperate people. The singer said he was devastated by the events that had occurred that night. He said that he was not aware of what was happening and that after 4 minutes he stopped the concert. The artist will pay the cost of the funerals of the 8 people who died and offer psychological help to those affected. Now we continue with Dana that she will share with us some important information about COVID-19.
Hello again. Now I'm telling you about the current problem of the COVID-19 that has happened in December of 2019, began in China and spread in all the world. Currently, these have been 5 million of deaths in the world and 3.2 million in Mexico. There is currently a vaccine that is capable of eradicating these disease. Also, has already been controlled. Cases have been increased in Mexico, in California area, in the recent months. Even though is already trying to deal with the suspension of face-to-face classes to hybrid as well as closing some stores. In addition to these recommendations of the National Health Institution, such as keep a safe distance, wear a mask in public, prioritize open the well-ventilated spaces over closed spaces, wash your hands frequently, get a vaccinate, and if you're not feeling well, stay home.
Hi, good morning. I'm going to talk about the earthquake in Mexico. On September 7 of 2021, an earthquake with a magnitude of 7.1 was detected at 8:47 p.m. in the south of Acapulco, Guerrero. The epicenter was beginning in the southeast of Acapulco City with a depth of 10 kilometers. About the damage, the president of Mexico said that we didn't have any damage or death registered in the lapse of the earthquake in the capital of the city. The Mexican people had gone outside the night of September when the earthquake began. However, in the state of Guerrero, where the epicenter of the earthquake occurred, there were a few houses collapsed and floating of some of the streets due to the rain that was lashing at that time. By the way, the people had made a good job with the organization while the earthquake to prevent further damage. This earthquake could be felt in some of the neighboring states and the center of the country, such as Oaxaca, Puebla, Veracruz, Michoacán, and Mexico City, the capital. At 10 p.m. local time, 73 aftershock of the 7.1 quake occurred in Guerrero has been registered, the largest being of magnitude 5.2, the seismological later delayed. So we hope that by now they have been able to move forward with the reconstruction for the damage and everyone's being okay.
Thank you very much for seeing us today. We hope that this news have been to your liking.